guys, welcome everyone to another episode of Up and Foiling, the sailing podcast. We have been silent for a while, but now it's time to come back with some great news, Ricky.
We are back with a bomb, and it's all the way from Naples, a city in Italy, a wonderful place, and it's gonna be host for the 38th America's Cup. The news is finally out. It's gonna be held in 2027, and of course we cannot wait. But there's a few things to get right before we see this America's Cup. We had a few contenders for the city to host the event. It could have been Auckland once again, and then they dropped out. It could have been Jeddah, probably since there wasn't much wind there last time. Good decision not to go there. And it could have been Valencia, so once again in Spain, but in the end the decision was made to go for Naples. I bet a lot of Italians are cheering for this decision. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, I don't know, we have a lot of followers from New Zealand, so let's remember that Auckland by regulation should have been the location, but they just couldn't host. They decided not to host. But yeah, maybe this time it will be a good chance for Italians to remember that we actually have one team. We had more than one team in the America's Cup, and maybe this time it will be glory for the home team.
Bravi ragazzi. Bravi cazzo. Bravi cazzo boys. Vai!
Vai cazzo boys.
Vai cazzo boys.
Finger crossed for that, yeah.
Yeah, so you said right, Theo, the impact can be both, of course, economical. So that's where I think cities like Auckland drop out. But then it's also so important for sailing as a sport. I think Italy has been a long time due for an event of this size for sailing in Italy, and every year Luna Rossa brings so many Italians together, all supporting the team, and I think it's gonna be great for people who go sailing, for sailing clubs. I think they're gonna have more and more people signing up to courses and really learning more and more about sailing. So yeah, it's gonna have a great impact, and of course the city of Naples is just such a beautiful scenery. You have the big Vesuvio volcano there on the bay. You have the wonderful islands of Capri, for example. I bet there's going to be a lot of VIPs going there.
It's really a world heritage, and I have no doubt that a lot of people from all around the world, they will visit Naples just for this event, and they will maybe fall in love with this area. And I also have no doubt that we as Italian, when it comes to show that we are Italian, that we are proud to be Italian, and we have such an excellent team as well, then I have no doubt that also the people that just heard the name Luna Rossa once in their life, they will be cheering with flags.
Everyone will go to Naples just to have a look at the races. Then Naples is a very let's say active city with a lot of fun people. They will really enjoy the events, and we will have a lot of great stands along the city. So
and imagine how many pizzas all these fans are gonna have.
Yeah.
Naples, of course, capital of Italian pizza.
We will have a new pizza like Luna Rossa pizza or for something like that.
Right now, SailGP with their tickets, they are selling unlimited drinks. I have a suggestion for Naples for unlimited pizza for the fans.
Wonderful.
But how many teams are we gonna find in 2 years in the America's Cup?
Yeah, the news that the challenger of last season, Britannia, which will not be in the next America's Cup, and that's very annoying to me. We will see how Ben Hensley will do in the future, and if he is able to find some let's say some new support and just put together a new team to compete. But to me that is really difficult to see. So this is the first bad news, I will say, because the British team did a very amazing job being in the final last year in Barcelona, and not seeing them competing in Naples will be a very sad.
It's really a huge loss. It's like as if out of nowhere a Red Bull in Formula One would just say, okay, from next season we will not be competing. Max Verstappen will not be there. You will miss so much drama.
It seems like that. It seems impossible, but actually the tension between Radcliffe and Hensley was held to a point where they actually had no possibility to just go on working together. And this is it.
We'll see then.
Yeah.
We'll see then if Athena and the sailing team from Ben Ainslie. So it's really the INEOS partnership that is failing on that side. So where all the money is coming from, where all the support from the Formula One team of Mercedes is coming from. But let's see if Ben Ainslie manages to do some magic with the Athena team and manages to find the money you need to go to the America's Cup.
And on the other side of the final of last year America's Cup, there is also quite some changes, as the current winner of the America's Cup, Peter Burling, didn't really reach an agreement with the New Zealand team, and therefore is stepping out of his role, from his role as Helm number 1. And Nathan Outridge will take his place. But let's say that Peter Burling was kind of an historical or a kind of a hero in New Zealand. And they are really, all the fans from New Zealand are really wondering what's going to happen now. Will they be so competitive as before? Let's remember, this guy won how many America's Cup? 2, 3? Three America's Cup in a row,
back to back.
In a row. So a big revolution also for the leading team, which proved to be leading for 3 consecutive editions. And now Nathan Outridge is called to keep up the pace, which is not easy.
Yeah, I think this is quite a symbolic moment. It's really we see like the drivers of these boats, like they like the concept of being in the America's Cup. It's the top trophy in the sport, but then they have so many other things to attend to, right? And we see it this year with the SailGP calendar intensifying. It looks as if it's going to be more and more races every year. We are in a big break, of course, now due to the issues of the wing and so on, and we'll talk about that in our next video. But it really symbolizes a shift of these competitive sailors that are focusing more and more on SailGP and maybe a bit less on America's Cup. So this is a warning signal for the America's Cup, and it's also showing what a good job SailGP is doing.
It's like a competition between similar types of races, similar types of championship. But I have the feeling that America's Cup is really anchored to an old format, and it really struggles to change maybe the regulations in order to be more attractive for the fans, while SailGP is doing really a lot for pushing the fans to participate to the events and also to watch from home.
It's basically doing the other way around. So it's just taking sailing as it is and trying to do something else, something new. And we have said many times that America's Cup is the oldest trophy in sports. So it will be very, very difficult to see some new changes. But however, something could change in the next event. We will see if some new formats could be explored.
So Ricky, will it be a derby between Swiss and Italy?
It will not be. Right, because it's, as you said, it's time to take some dust off this America's Cup, because all this dust is so annoying for a lot of people, and also the Switzerland guys are not too happy with how it's been going with the America's Cup. They don't know where it is. Well, now they know, and the rules are not set and so on. So they just said, look, guys, we can't continue this anymore. And so the news came in last month that Alinghi will not participate in the America's Cup in the next cycle. So I think they gave it a try. In Barcelona, they had the boat that, if you remember, they had bought from the defenders from New Zealand. And they tried and see how the format was, the costs probably, and they tried with a campaign, right, before going on all in with one of their own. And they just figured out, look, it's just too difficult to work out economically and all the parts that have to work to make a good campaign of the America's Cup. In the end, there's no second, right? It's all merit to the winner. And so it's quite a challenge. And the other teams have also been quite quiet. So like Orient Express, The French team, we don't know much about them. They haven't commented if they will be in Naples or not. So they're tight-lipped. How about Luna Rossa?
Well, Luna Rossa, well, they're just. I think they're so happy to host in Italy here the first ever Italian America's Cup. Yeah, they will have a lot of fans. As it will be an honor for them to compete in Naples. So I think the atmosphere is very hot here for Luna Rossa, and especially being let's say very close to the possibility to win in the. Not the last event, but not the event in Barcelona, but the previous America's Cup, them being in the final and having the possibility to challenge New Zealand. To me, they will find this new opportunity here in Italy. So with a very strong enthusiasm, and they will do their best to compete and to hopefully take their first win in the America's Cups.
But luckily they didn't communicate anything so far, because right now it seems like this meme where there is these aircrafts flying and behind there are a lot of explosions, and the aircraft is Luna Rossa at the moment, because everything is happening with the other teams going out, changing the helm and so on, and Luna Rossa is just like, okay, whatever.
This is.
So yeah, we had this big news. We were really looking forward to discuss together with these teams are struggling. Luckily, Luna Rossa seems not to struggle. I hope that's the reality and it's not just hiding stuff.
That will be a very strong news. I mean, we could make a new entire episode just on Luna Rossa if something will happen.
we really propose ourselves as not marketing but social media manager for this event, this new America's Cup.
The whole event.
Remember, we were the first Italian podcast, I think. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that's it. That's a wrap for our episode about America's Cup. It's still a bit far in the future, but time flies by, and 2027 will be just behind the corner. Literally behind the corner, also in Italy.
So yeah, it's important we grow our fan base as we get to the America's Cup, so we can be there commenting it with you guys. So remember always to follow us and subscribe to our channels.
Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.